Hello BookTube, welcome to Lizzie Faye Loves Books. I'm Elizabeth and this is going to be part 3 of my March book haul featuring children's and middle grade books. All of these books came from a library book sale that I went to recently. It was the third day of the sale, so it was fill a bag for $2. Now, a previous sale that I went to in late January, I ended up loading up on middle grade books, which I have passed a lot of them on to teachers and other kids at my daughter's middle school. This particular sale, I spent more time in the adult section because there were not as many children's and middle grade books that I was interested in. But I did get some, and I will show you what I got. I picked up a few magazines, the National Geographic Kids and Highlights, so those will be going in the Little Free Library. A couple that my oldest daughter picked out. She still, reads kids' books because of her autism and everything. Here's a little fun little cookbook. We may take a look at some of the recipes in this. I may add this to the Little Free Library too, but it does have some fun recipes that are, kid friendly and that look fun to eat. That's always a bonus when you have picky children, which I only have one picky child. The other one's not that picky. A few other children's books that I will probably add to the Little Free Library. And then some of these I may end up keeping, or at least we'll read them before we pass them on. This one's called Mommy Do You Love Me by Jean Willis. Illustrations by Jan Fearnley. And then Giraffes Can't Dance by, I think that's Giles Andretti and Guy Parker Rees. Here is a Caldecott winner called Owl Moon by Jan Yolen, illustrated by John Schoenherr. I got this for my daughter. I didn't think we had this one. This is Disney's Storybook Collection. She likes to just take a big, thick book like this and just turn the pages and just enjoy it. And even though she's not really reading it, she is just taking it in. So these are fun books for her to have. Another one for her I thought she would enjoy is A Treasury of Curious George. It has 8 stories included. And of course this is by Margaret and H.A. Ray. I picked this one up because it's by Patricia McLaughlin. This one is called Three Names. I've never read this one. The pictures are by Alexander Pertzoff, and it just looks really good. It looks like a farm story. It says it's the story of a boy and his dog, and it looks like it's kind of almost in the same world as Sarah Plain and Tall. The illustrations look very much like the cinematography in Sarah Plain and Tall, so maybe that is just the setting that Patricia McLaughlin is familiar with, or that she prefers to write about. I don't know. I don't really know much about her except that I do love Sarah Plain and Tall and White Fur Flying, so I thought I would pick this up. Unidentified Laughing Objects. It's a SpongeBob book for the Little Free Library. And The Littles by John Peterson, probably also for the Little Free Library. We got a Cam Jansen book, Cam Jansen and the Triceratops Pops Mystery by David A. Adler. And this may go into the Little Free Library. I was going to see if my daughter wanted to read it because she loves horses. This is pretty old. It's the American Girl book of horse stories. And these next few are going to be for the Little Free Library. Here is Hank the Cowdog, Lost in the Dark Enchanted Forest. Judy Blume's Tales of a Fourth Grade Nothing. Jerry Spinelli's Stargirl, and The School Story by Andrew Clements. I love Andrew Clements books. And When Zachary Beaver Came to Town. This is a National Book Award winner. I am not familiar with this story at all. I'll give this away too, since I have my own copy actually of all 3 of the series, but this is the hardback edition of Half Upon a Time. I do have a teacher that I have given some books to recently, and she might enjoy having this for her classroom, so I will probably give this to her. Now the rest of these are some that I'm planning to read. I got a cassette copy of Mr. Popper's Penguins. My daughter Katie has this book and has read it, and I've never read it, so I thought I could listen to this in my car. Whatever Happened to Janie, and this is from the Face on the Milk Carton series. I haven't started this series yet, but I would like to read it one of these days. I enjoy Richard Peck's writing, so I got Here Lies the Librarian. And if you're not familiar with him, he wrote A Year Down Yonder and A Long Way from Chicago. One of those won a Newbery, and I think the other one was an honor book. And I thought they were hilarious, so I am excited to read this. Ben McKelson had one of the Sunshine State readers this year. It was the one called Jungle of Bones, and I enjoyed that a lot, so I thought I would pick this up. Touching Spirit Bear. If you don't know about Ben McKelson, I hope I'm saying his name right. That looks like how you would say it based on the spelling. He has a full-size bear that's a pet that he has raised from a cub. I don't know if it's a black bear or a grizzly bear, but it's pretty amazing. So definitely look him up. He is just a fantastic author. I love Jungle of Bones. I thought it was really good. So our middle school librarian that did a video with me, the Sunshine State 6th to 8th grade overview, she has read this book and said it was really good, and so I thought I would pick it up. I have never read The Neverending Story, and I'll tell you, it looks like it ends. It has an ending, but it's by Michael End or Endy. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say that. I usually try to look up authors' names before I say them on a video, and I neglected to do that. I'm sorry. But this is The Neverending Story. I've seen the movie, never read the book, and I think it'll be great. I got Emily Climbs. This is book 2, I believe, of the Emily trilogy by Lucy Maud Montgomery. And I already have a copy of this, but it's in pretty bad shape. So I said when I found another one, I would get a replacement, and this one's in excellent shape. This is one I thought my daughter might enjoy. It's called Tales from My Closet by Jennifer Ann Moses, and it just looks fun. I imagine this is a YA book, and I should have probably stuck it in with the other YA books. The subtitle says Clothes, Drama, Friends. I think she will probably enjoy this book. And then I got a couple of Newbery winners. I don't know if I have these already. I may put these in the little free library if I find that I have them already. But I love Johnny Tremaine. This is by Esther Forbes. This made American history come alive for me. I listened to this on audio, and I thought it was wonderful. I really, you study history in school, and it's pretty dry. I think the best way to learn about history is through historical fiction, because you can really get a feel for the time period and for what was happening and how they felt. So at least I think this author did a great job. So I would definitely recommend this. This one I have not read. This is Ginger Pie by Eleanor Estes, and I think this looks really cute. It's about a dog, and I like to read Newbery winners, so I will definitely get to this at some point. So that is all the children and middle grade books that I got for this haul. I still have one more haul. It will be my nonfiction books that I got in March. So stay tuned for that. If you didn't see part 1 and part 2 of my March book haul, they were Cozy Mysteries and adult/women's/Christian fiction, and that was the second part. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day. Read a good book, and God bless you.